Hello, I'm K, spelled 113K, and I'm here to teach you something very, very important. It could possibly be the most important thing that you will ever learn in your entire life. And I'm going to use a freeware game on GameJolt to show you how it's done. The game is called Grave Apologies, and let it be known, if you disagree with any of the following, just remember that ultimately, I'm using critical thinking, so I can't be the one who's wrong. So, using the process of elimination and Occam's razor, that just leaves you. Grave Apologies is a freeware not game about scrutinizing a graveyard. Similar to the game The Graveyard in superficial appeal, this poignant, pointillist piece differs as it does not focus on a main character, rather having you, or more precisely the camera, being the main character. Furthermore, this game is in color as opposed to the gritty, noir aesthetic of the grandmother's grave garden. There are many obelisks and grave sites poised throughout this majestic living art piece. Contrariwise, a casual observer can see many buildings in the background. This unreachable background construction next to this placid graveyard represents late capitalistic oppression at the highest level. These buildings are merely a light facade on top of a world crumbling under the capitalist system that only brings oppression. The bourgeoisie is weeping under the iron fist. They cannot even buy 4 luxury cars. The average middle-class citizen can only afford 3. 3! Speaking of luxury cars and driving down the road at night, for some godforsaken reason, there are light fixtures and lampposts throughout the game, even though it's perfectly well lit outside. This being ascribable to the natural and warm lighting of the sun. I believe Sherlock wrote these in to the game to represent the inherent uselessness of trying to enlighten people who already know of better alternatives to capitalism. It's a message not to preach to the choir, if you will. Sometimes you notice flashing and so-called broken graphics, but these are just to support the theory of the crumbling surface of extreme consumerism. These flickering graphics, the triangles and the blackness, all it does is support my theory, and if you don't believe me, then you are uninformed and unintelligent, so you better be correct. You better have chosen the right thing, which was that's what that means, the flickering and stuff. Anyway, the anisotropic filtering is very distorted, almost to a sense of pointillism, creating a surreal yet all too grounded in reality, sadly, piece. The modern concrete slants and slabs of buildings are representative of the brutalist movement, which was focused on being uncomfortable and perhaps to uncover a hidden, uncomfortable truth. I believe this is where the author was trying to go with this art piece. You can press shift to run, but then you would be wasting precious time not absorbing the environment around you. Shame on you for not supporting your local art creators. Shame on you. If you do not support your local art creators, if you try to press shift to run faster, to get through this game faster, that's really all you're ultimately doing when you press shift to run. You are like, Hitler or Stalin, someone like that. You're like Enron or Google, right? Because what's happening here is you're trying to kill all these people. You're trying to kill art by trying to remain ignorant. There's no art in remaining ignorant. In fact, there's only art in not remaining ignorant. And to speed through the game without contemplating its deeper meaning means that you remain ignorant of the cruel, oppressive system around you run by the Jews and by Nazis. So that you can have Jews and Nazis, they team up together and they make capitalism. That's why we can't let them be together. And so you should not press shift to run in a video game, especially in these types of video games that are actually meaning something unlike your life. That was a burn. That was a roast. I just roasted you. That's what you get for trying to run in this game. And yes, to address the elephant in this room, the graveyard itself represents all who capitalism have killed, who could have been saved if the world was under an anarcho-communist or crypto-anarchist government. If any of you need to talk about these smart things, like how capitalism has ruined modern society as we know it and created all evil in the world, how feminism is needed, especially in the Western world, or how the universe designed us all to be atheists, please send me a friend request or add me on Mozilla Firefox. Thank you. I'm Kay, spelled 113K, and this can true today's daily dose of truth.